What is the latest trend to emerge in today's real estate market? That's going to be multi-generational living. Now, a lot of people are asking, what is multi-generational living? Well, I can tell you one thing, that this is not it. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you what it is and how it can be a creative way to get into home ownership. And we're going to get after it right now. All right, I have us out at a property that is going to actually fit today's topic. Hi, I'm Shastine. I am a local real estate agent here in Southwest Washington, helping people make the move here. And so certainly reach out, call me or text me or email me if you're looking to make the move. I would love to be able to help you make that move. Now, as far as what in the world does multi-generational living mean? In simple terms, multi-generational living is a household made up of 3 or more generations living together under one roof. And according to a recent study from Freddie Mac, an increasing percentage of young adults, first-time home buyers, are relying on the support from the older generation, including their parents, to buy a home together. And so today it's recorded that up to 41% of Americans purchasing a home consider this option, especially in a high-priced market. And if you've watched any of my other videos, Washington, our housing prices are on the high side. So it is even more favorable now, more than ever, to consider this as an option. And after all, it's better to be paying your mortgage than somebody else's mortgage. And this is actually a good way to begin to step into home ownership by pulling together several incomes so that the home can be affordable, where you might not have been able to purchase on your own. And I've actually helped many families throughout the years get into home ownership doing this very exact same thing. And you know, after all, I always tell people, it doesn't have to be your forever home, but instead it can be a stepping stone into building and transferring equity into buying that next move-up home, which would allow everyone to have their own time, and space as time went on. And don't worry, when we talk about multi-generational living, it doesn't mean that the family member has to live in a place looking like this. Actually, that was one of my first-time home buyers, got into his first home as a young adult, and yep, you got it, his family members did help him get into that home. And so without further ado, I'm going to show you the first home that you may need to consider if you're going to purchase a home that offers the ability to have multi-generational members live in it. And so the first type of home that I like to be able to let people know about is the home known as a tri-level, which happens to be this home right behind me. I'm going to step out here so you can see it. Believe it or not, this looks like it may be a 2-level home. However, it is actually a 3-level home, and it's called a tri-level home, which means you're going to come into the home and you're going to have the main living space. You're going to have upstairs where you're going to have bedrooms, but then on the lower level, you're going to have another space. Sometimes you will have a full bedroom with a bathroom and an area that you can convert into a little kitchenette. However, there's some little caveats to that, in which I will get into just a little bit as I have you take a look at this home, because we're actually going to go take a look at this home and I'm going to give you some information on it. This little cute June bug here is 2,300 square feet, and it gives you 3 bedrooms plus an office and den, 2 full bathrooms and 2 half bathrooms. And believe it or not, this is only $615,000. Now again, you may be saying $615,000, I don't even qualify for that much. That's why you pull together many different incomes so that you can get into this. And remember, it's just a move-up home. It allows you to get into a home and allows you to be able to have what you pay every single month actually go towards something that's gaining equity for you. So I'm going to show you the inside of this home so you can see the space and we'll talk about kind of some things that you can do while we're in the space so that you know how you can maybe use the space in this type of scenario where you're buying a tri-level home. So let's go in and take a look. Okay, here we are. And you guys who watch my channel, you know I normally do not do videos like this. However, I do, since this is more of an informational about how you need to look at a home if you're considering it as a multi-generational home, I'm going to kind of go over what I tell other buyers as we do this and as we look at these type of homes. So obviously the main space will be for one generation of family, or not to say that they wouldn't share space, but the idea is to be able to have one space to where certain family members will be in another space to where other family members will be, to where they feel like they have privacy. So you're going to see here on the main level, it has everything that you need. You have you have a family room. You have your little powder bath, and you have your living room and your kitchen with your laundry and your garage, right? So it's a typical house, typical home. You have a nice slider that has a private deck area here. We're at the community known as Terrace at Fisher's Landing here. So this little home here has its own little deck space back out there for people to be able to utilize and use. And then of course upstairs, for those of you who just want to see this home really quick, and I'll give you some other information. Upstairs here is where you're going to find the bedrooms. So up here you're probably going to have your master bedroom and your other 2 bedrooms in this space. So you're going to have, here's your master, nice vaulted ceilings, with a shower, sink, closet. And usually with multi-generational homes, you're going to get several different family members. And on a purchase and sale, you can have several different family members. I've had 3 different families on a purchase and sale that were buying one home together. And so, as long as the income coming into coming towards the mortgage matches up to the price point that you're purchasing in, they don't care. You can have 4 names on there. You just all have to be able to combine income, be able to afford that mortgage. And so people would live up here, and what I tell people is ideally the second space, you really want to look for a space that provides a separate entrance, so it doesn't matter whether they're coming in at nighttime, early morning. You want them to have their own separate entrance. And this home, it has exactly that, which is a huge plus. And this is going to take you down to your lower level. And down here, what's beautiful about this home is it already has a created space for that kitchen, where sometimes they don't, and you have to put all of that in. They, of course, originally created it kind of like an entertainment bar area, but hot dog, it already has cabinets, counters, and you only have to do a few modifications. Now, you're gonna see right away down here, yes, we have a bedroom back there and we have a bathroom. We don't have a laundry room. If you wanted to truly make this a separate living space, or even use it for an ADU as family members move out or whatnot, because that door up there you can actually lock and create it to where the lower level, ADU or tenants or whatever it may be, Airbnb could have access through that door right there. So anyway, now one thing to remember with these homes, there's certain guidelines to where they don't want a separate stove. Usually that applies like to those homes that didn't apply for a separate ADU and they're detached from the home. They don't want to see a stove. So some people, let's just say, had a place for the stove and just didn't have one there at the time that the appraiser came out. And so, that's just something I'm just telling you about. Anyway, so in this space, obviously it's attached to the home. You could have another stove down here. It's fine. Everything is considered legal because it's heated. It has proper flooring. It has the plumbing. It has legal ingress and egress access from the home, meaning people can get in and out if there was a fire, fit through the windows. It looks like these windows are about 42 inches from the floor to the window, which is what makes it a legal ingress egress. So you're good there. And then in here you can see this is what they're considering to be their bedroom. Well, looks like you'd be living with maybe a twin size bed. And you might need to put it over on this wall. And here is the bathroom. So here is, of course, your toilet sink. Now you can see here they do not have a shower. So I'd be talking to my clients about putting a stand-up shower there, closing off the window, keeping the toilet there, or an optional to move it if they wanted to move it on the opposite side and maybe put the sink here and have the shower over on this side. But at least all the plumbing is in here to do that. Also, you might want to just sacrifice and squeeze up and move this wall here, provided it's not a low-bearing wall, so or a wall that supports it. And so you want to be able to be sure to double check by having the proper contractors come in and take a look at that, in which I have contractors for my clients to be able to give them that information, and we put it as a contingency in the inspection. But anyway, so, and as you can tell, here's your separate entrance. And so this is what it's so ideal, because they can come out, in and out, and they could have their own space down here. And of course they have a side gate for access, which is nice. And so this is an ideal little setup if you were going to do it as an Airbnb, because it has a separate entrance. If you were going to do it as, as that multi-generational, family, and you want that college student to have their own access, or maybe the grandparents to have their own access, and they would be able to use the side without stairs, have a direct entrance type of scenario. So this is just one home. I'm going to take you to another type of home that we often look for when we're looking for a multi-generational home, because again, we want to try to find homes that provide the ability to be able to have a separate access entry point of the home, and to be able to have a totally separate living space, meaning complete as can be from the main living space of the home. And so this cute little dollhouse right here in Terrace at Fisher's Landing is a good one for a multi-generational home. So let's go on and look at the next one. The second property that we're now looking at is this one right here, and it is a doozy. It's located in Philida, and it's what we call a daylight ranch, which means you have a main living space on the main level and a whole lower level larger space as well. And so this one offers you 4,045 square feet, and it's listed at $699,000. And it's listed at that much not only because of the square footage, but because it's in Philida. Now, if you watch my other videos, you'll know exactly what that means. The main square footage is around 2,104 square feet, and the lower is around 1,941 square feet. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna take a quick look, and we're gonna see regarding conversions, and also maybe some additions that we can do for possibilities to be able to maximize this home. Now, first and foremost, I want you to know that this may look like a two-car garage, and you might be thinking, if I have multiple family members, this might not be enough space for me. And that could be true. However, this home has a indoor pool in which if you remove that pool as well as the hot tub area, you would be able to actually have probably over a 6-car garage. Now, other than that, this home here does have a space behind me where you can have more cars to be able to fit, and then you're going to be able to see the back part of the property as we go in. But let's go in and take a look so that you can see everything that's in this home, and we're going to do it right now. Now, first and foremost, this is an older home, being I believe it's around 1957. So you do have some of that old paneling that is within the home, which they loved to do back in the day. And you have a lot of space going both directions. But let me shift you around back here and come back here. So it's around 1957 is when it was built. And so you have the paneling. That is the door that goes downstairs to the other living space. So everything that you would need for one level living is actually in this home, unlike the other home that we saw. So this one, you could literally have everybody on the main level without having to go upstairs to bedrooms. And then you have a totally separate living space on the main. So on one direction here, you have obviously what they consider to be a formal dining, or back in the day, used to be a little party bar there. And let me turn these lights on. And then as you can see, it's a lot of living space. There was an agent that showed it just right before me, and she turned off a few lights. And then you have a through kitchen that goes on the other side that you could see there, and that lovely see-through fireplace. It is very nice. There used to be all the rage back in the day, which is very nice. And this is actually a gas, it's not a wood. But on this side, this is where that pool was that I was talking about. And we can go in and take a little look here, but that's where the pool is, where you can extend out that garage. This is where it goes to the 2-car garage, but I'm going to whip you over here to show you the bedrooms really fast. So again, you might want to change this. Now this, it looks like they put a nice, this isn't the wood paneling, but it is a different form of it. So not as bad as some of the ones we used to see. But you have one main bathroom here. Remember, there's 4 bathrooms in this home, so this will be the, what we consider the family bathroom. And then you have one bedroom here, cute little light. Then we go down, and we have one bedroom here, and this is where you would consider the master suite. So obviously, like I tell my clients, oh yay, look, you have the ability to make this home your home, meaning that yes, you would want to do renovations. And then you have this bedroom here. So very nice in that you have 3 bedrooms on the main level. And you'll be able to now go, let's see here, I just want to show you the pool really quick, and also this is where the laundry room is. So you will have one step down, and then in here is where they had the laundry room, lots of cabinet space. And in here they created a nice, and you have another full bath because it does have a shower, toilet, and a sink there. And then you do have this little hot tub area. So that looks like they really loved to have family entertainment for pools or hot tubs without going anywhere. And this indeed is where that pool is. And if any of you guys aren't familiar with our Northwest weather, well, we have a lot of rain. So having an indoor pool that you can enjoy during the summertime would be ideal. Or excuse me, during the wintertime, not the summertime, would be ideal. And so this is it. Now they have this, obviously you could have glass replaced up there instead of the, what they had done. And I think if it was cleaned, it would obviously bring more light in, but they did not choose to do that. And as you can tell, that's where the original garage is. And so they do have an entrance that goes to the backyard from that location, but we're gonna be going in here. And we're gonna go right downstairs to the lower area. Now, a lot of people will be like, this is way too much for me to take on. But again, this is how equity is earned, or especially it's how cost can be brought down low, is if, of course, we have multiple family members that can help with that cost. So that mortgage payment would be lower. And this one, they would have a separate entrance like we talked about. So here is where they can come in for their separate entrance. They would come in, there's their hall closet. And here is where it goes into another huge living space. And here is where your washer and dryer would be going for a second area, which is nice. And then they have a storage down here as well. Kind of dark, can't get the lights on there, sorry. And then, since this is a shorter hallway, this is where you have, again, another closet, coat closet, linen closet, whatever you'd like. Here's where you have another full bathroom. Amazing. And here's where you have a cute little bedroom. Look at those little lights up there. Adorable. And well, and it technically, so that you know, this would not be considered a bedroom because of the fact that it does not have an actual closet. And so when we advertise it as agents, we would have to advertise this as a bonus room or a sitting room, office, den type of concept. Now, some people may take this and wall this off and consider this to be a formal master suite because they'd utilize the bathroom, utilize this as the closet. So this would be their master suite. So that could be a conversion. Also, of course, then here it would go into the rest of the home. And here you would have another bedroom or office den. Again, can't count it as a bedroom unless you put an IKEA little stand-up closet in it. You know, however, because this is here, you could maybe look at doing a through wall and have a little corner and just revert or change this doorway here. Not ideal, but it could be done. And then, of course, here is your nice big living space. That is a second door that you can have for access. So if they had visitors, you'd have two different accesses for whoever would be living down here. And then here is your ideal kitchen right here. So they already have a stove down here. They already have a placement where you can put the refrigerator without it being crammed, like the other home we looked at. And this is cabinets with your sink. So everything is here that you would need, which is really nice. And then they have another space in here. Couldn't get the light on, but there is space in there. And so, but anyway, so this does offer that second, totally separate actual living space. And so obviously you could use it as an Airbnb, create a cute walkway outside to be able to have people come down to without it interrupting you. Or, I mean, later on, after those family members, you know, save up, move out, you guys pull equity out of the home to be able to buy a second home, in which then it could be affordable and they would be able to get into a second home. But right now, because of affordability, you would be able to join finances together and be able to use those finances to get into a home so that the mortgage payment would be affordable. But this is the backyard on this one. They do have a double gate back here for entrance. So again, if you were going to use this space for another family member, you could create a cute little walkway. They could park there on the road because it is okay to do that. They have another gate entrance there, and so this could truly be a separate space down here. There's lots here that you could do. You could convert that pool room or that indoor pool area, or even the jetted tub area, and have that be another whole totally different living space. Because it's within the footprint of the home, it will be easier to do, but you'll still need to go through county planning and get permits and approval and all that stuff. But that is this home, over 4,045 square feet. And so I hope that you enjoyed this one. I'm going to take you back out onto the streets of the neighborhood so you can see kind of like what does it look like around where this house lives, even though this house actually lives on the corner of two streets. At the end of the street, I'm going to show you what the actual community's street looks like by this home here. So anyway, that's this home. So let's take it out and talk about a few other things. Now that we've toured both of those amazing homes, let's talk about some of the benefits of choosing this type of household. Number one, living with loved ones can help achieve the home ownership goals more quickly. And if everyone puts together their finances and shares in the expenses, then having home ownership can be more attainable and it can happen a lot quicker. Also, another key is that the benefit of sharing in caregiving duties, such as helping with childcare inside of the home versus outside of the home, because daycare is stinking expensive, or assisting elderly family members who rely on the support with day-to-day activities. But I think most importantly, it allows the family to remain connected and spend more time with one another, and it helps to cultivate and build relationships, even though your children may be older and have grown. Still important to stay connected. And of course, it's actually the latest trend. And even though it is the latest trend, it's not for everyone, because living with extended family can actually create a little tension. But if your family has been considering this, and then working with a trusted real estate agent is really going to be important. And if your needs are changing due to more people living with you, then certainly reach out and let's connect, because I love to be able to provide you with some more information. Obviously, I didn't go over every single detail of how to be able to find different homes that could be suitable for families that are coming together, but I would love to be able to help you. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and I hope that you will tune in again. And until next time, have a great home buying and selling day.